I've officially posted 10 videos on YouTube. I think that makes me a professional YouTuber. As promised in my very first video, I said I will be taking you guys along for the journey and doing check-ins on how this has gone, what I've learned, and what I'm going to do differently. And let me tell you, I've learned a lot in these 10 videos. It really feels like an eternity. I think I only posted a video, the first video, back in October. It's now January. But as promised, like I said, here we go. Here is my State of the Union, or State of the Channel, 10 channel check-in. I'm still working on a title. Actually, that's a topic I'll get to later. But yeah, State of the Channel. I'm gonna sum up what I've found out into 3 things. First topic I want to touch on is schedule. I think I clarify in every video that I have a full-time job, and here I go once again saying I have a full-time job and I'm trying to do YouTube, which in itself is almost like a full-time job. It's a lot of effort to make a video. You know, I had set up a light, I got a light back there, the mic, the camera. I'm using my iPad to monitor, got the SSD, got a script. It takes a lot of my time to press the record button, which doesn't even include the edit, the delivery, the replying to comments, all the accoutrement to YouTube. Before I started, I watched a lot of Gabe Bolt. I hope I said his name correctly, but he does a channel primarily about YouTube and what the best strategies are, how to get started, how to make money, all the kind of businessy side of YouTube he touches, and it's cool. And I watched a lot of his videos at the beginning just to get me off the ground. So huge shout out to him. Big thing he says right off the top is posting weekly. You know, you can pick your schedule, however, I chose weekly posts. You know, I have a full-time job. You know, I have a girlfriend. We're in a healthy relationship. We like to get dinner. I have family nearby. I go see family. I like to take weekend trips. So fitting in a YouTube video is a little difficult. Let me break down what a typical week looks like. I guess we can start on Sunday. Sunday, I'll take a break. Come Monday, Tuesday, I will have had a pretty good idea of what my video is for this week. And then come Wednesday, I usually film and edit it. A good week, I film on Tuesday. An even better week, I film on Monday. But most typically, whenever I film, I'll edit on Wednesday night after work. I'll publish that night, schedule it for the morning on Thursday. Thursday it goes live. Thursday, my day is just watching the views count and seeing if it gets any traction in the first day. So far, not really. That first day is pretty low mileage. And then on Friday, it's kind of the same story. I don't get a lot of views during the weekday. Saturday, Sunday comes around. That's where I start to see more numbers click in. And then really I'll know how well the video has done by Monday or Tuesday. And by that point, I'm already thinking about the next video. So it just becomes this rotating cycle of post, watch, create, post, watch, create. I get the sentiment of spray and pray and just get videos out there, but the amount of work it takes to get a video out there on top of my schedule, it's tough. The second biggest thing that I've learned throughout this journey has been analytics. In my first video about how to start a channel, that was the biggest thing I was going to look out for, was how does this algorithm work? How do I get audience views? What's the response going to be like? And now with 10 videos under my belt, the analytics at least have more weight than they did prior. I won't lie, it's really fun to game out the strategy of YouTube. I don't know, some people, in the world I come from, a lot of people are into sports betting. I am not a gambler. But YouTube strategy, that's scratching an itch I didn't know I had. The biggest numbers I've learned about since posting 10 videos has been reach and retention. Initially, all I cared about were views and subscribers. But really, the real analytic you want to know is reach and retention, and maybe watch time. Currently, both those numbers are a little low. Currently, I reach around 2,000 to 4,000 people, which just means that my thumbnail and title comes across 4,000 people's feeds, which is kind of small, but for such a small channel, I think it's pretty good. And then my retention is low. So I think that tells me, first of all, the content's not strong enough yet, which is fine. I'm learning. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. There's going to be a learning curve here, but it is something we're working on and we're improving on with every video. 2, it's also telling me that my thumbnail and my title are kind of trash. This is a concept and an aspect of YouTube that has continually been enforced and told, and in every video I watch, your thumbnail and your title are the threshold to your video. If you can't break that first barrier, if you can't jump over that fence, people aren't gonna watch your video. Like, of course, duh. Best example, my NAS video hit 6,000, 7,000 views, depends when you're watching this. My content in that video is no different from what I'm posting today. I am still me. Frankly, it's not even that great of a how-to video. It was made for a friend. But my thumbnail had logos that people knew with a very clear X and a green check mark, like it was clear as day. And then the thumbnail said the word NAS, Network Attached Storage. Those were just obvious hot button topics that I knew would generate clicks. And it wasn't like my video was dishonest. That is what I was talking about. But it just happened to be a more popular topic than my journal video. Sad that one didn't blow up more, but fair enough. I fully understand that I am a creative content creator, and that niche on YouTube is saturated. Everybody and their mom is a creative on a creative platform there. So it's understood I'm already starting behind the 8 ball. So a lot of the questions I was asking myself in these last 10 videos were, what do I present to the internet? What do I have to give? Is it my personality? Maybe. Is it my content? I don't know. Could be. Is it my editing style? Doubt it. Do I have a digital voice? And is it one people want to hear? And I'm not speaking about my actual tone of voice. I'm talking about just what I have to offer. Because as demonstrated with the analytics, it is very easy to make another video about a NAS and generate some views. On that one video, I already got a brand to reach out. I chose not to take it. I don't want to be a NAS channel. I want to be a me channel, really. A lot of it's kind of like as kids when we were at like lunch and try and figure out what table to sit at. Like, I don't know what table I'm supposed to sit at yet. Like, I don't want to make camera content exclusively. I don't want to talk about creative philosophy exclusively. I don't even know what that means. I just want to talk about the things I'm doing. And that spans a lot of genres. Will that generate clicks? Who knows? That's what the next 10 are trying to figure out. Lastly, these 10 videos, I've had to learn a lot about the audience. You guys. It's a weird feeling knowing that someone you've never met is watching the video you made and interacting with it with a like or a comment or even just a view. And these people say mean things and they say nice things. And I've already received a pretty healthy spectrum. With my Mac NAS video, I don't think I was ready for that many views right off the top. That was around Thanksgiving time, and man, it's 7,000 people saw my face. Where else do you see? Where else do you get that kind of experience? You really don't know any of these 7,000, and there's no way, at least on the creator end, there's no way to know who is watching. unless you're subscribed. But even then, that's not disclosed. It's really only comments that you see. So that was strange, and I had to very much get used to that and feel comfortable with that. There were some mean comments. There were some very nice comments. Both well received, I think. At first I didn't handle the mean comments well. I had a hard time sleeping that night. But I had to remind myself, like, if this is what I want to do and I can't handle someone saying something kind of rude, I got to quit now. And I kind of, picked myself up and was like, yo, what are you doing? You don't know this person. They don't know you. Who cares? And since then, everything's been pretty peachy. Can't really complain. Some people have said some really nice comments. I'll put a few on screen. Shout out them. And so as I look to the next 10 videos and really want to grow, I think that's going to be a hurdle I have to jump over. Is I feel really comfortable with only 40 of you guys watching a video. I still don't like advertising to friends and family that I have a YouTube channel. But obviously the goal is to grow and to put myself out there and to be vulnerable in this way and be comfortable in that. I've already seen it affect other aspects of my life, and I feel more confident. I feel like I can speak clearly and communicate well. Who's gonna complain about that? That's nice. So yeah, I mean, I think that's all I have to say. 10 videos is really not that many in the grand scheme of things, but it is enough of a sample size where you can understand kind of the lay of the land, and I think I got that now. Hopefully the next 10 shares new insights. Just continue to carve out a niche on this great big internet and figure out what I have to offer that you guys like, that you guys will click and hit play. I have a few videos planned next week. I just did a trip to the Eastern Sierras and I took my film camera with me. So I shot some vlog content that'll come out in the next week. Weeks after that, we'll see. I'm gonna be taking a bit of a break. I have some medical stuff I have to attend to, which might take me out the game for a little while. Maybe I'll bank a few videos and post them, but we'll see. These last 2 months have been really fun. We're not stopping. We're keeping it going. There's gonna be some breaks, but hopefully come spring, we're cooking. We're cooking and we're growing this thing a mile high. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for following in this journey. Hopefully you watched the first video. If you didn't, this might be a little confusing. I won't lie. If you're not tracking with the channel, also probably a little confusing. So watch the other videos, like, share, and subscribe. Like I said, thanks for watching. More to come. See you next week.